Cole Palmer cannot be stopped. A couple weeks ago, I made a video saying that Haaland is the best player in the world right now. Well, I want to add another player in that conversation because Cole Palmer has been otherworldly this season so far. A couple weeks ago, he shook the Premier League by getting 4 assists in one game against Wolves. And just 1 month later, he does the same thing. This time, getting 4 goals against Brighton, all in the first half. And only 6 games into this Premier League season, he's shutting up everyone who said that he was a one-season wonder. And he's taken the football world by storm. But what makes Cole Palmer this good and such an amazing talent? Well, today we look into that.
We're not here just to take part, we're here to take over.
Cole Palmer just dropped one of the coldest halves in a Premier League game ever. Scratch that, he just dropped the greatest half in Premier League history. And if you don't believe me, take a look at the records because the records don't lie. Cole Palmer this weekend became the only player in the history of the Premier League to score 4 goals in the first half of a Premier League game. But let's actually look at the goals, because if you watched the game, you would know that Cole Palmer should have had at least 2 more goals in that game. It started with his first chance of the game where Enzo played a good ball into him. Palmer takes it on beautifully, but he ends up hitting the post. And only 40 seconds later, he gets almost this exact same chance from the exact same player in Enzo. This time he buries the chance, but it's called for offside. And Palmer is different because any normal player after these 2 plays would have lost confidence a bit and might have ended up having an even worse performance. But not Cole Palmer, because just 1 minute after his offside goal, he gets an amazing chance at the top of the box and he slots it home beautifully to get his first goal of the game. Then in the 25th minute, after some dazzling play from Sancho in the box, he gets taken down and he wins a penalty. And as usual, Cole Palmer steps up and slots it home, making 10 out of 10 Premier League penalties for him for Chelsea. But the following goal is what easily takes the cake as his best goal of the game and possibly his whole career. In typical Cole Palmer fashion, he takes a free kick from seemingly 40 yards and with no stress at all puts the ball top bins. And yes, the 4th goal was amazing too, but that free kick was a thing of beauty. While yes, Palmer ability wise is an outstanding player, but the thing that in my opinion makes him so good is his mentality. He never seems to feel pressure, he loves the big moments, and everything he does it in a very confident manner. And he really lives up to the name Cole Palmer because he has this kind of ice in his vein aura that not a lot of players have. And I'm not gonna lie, this very confidence is what makes him a better player than Saka in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, Saka is a world-class talent, but even with his talent, you sometimes see him go missing and not have impact in games. He doesn't have that I'm him factor in him that other great English talents have. For example, Bellingham was one of the best players in the world last season, and while yes, he was scoring big goals and having amazing performances, he had that aura and confidence of a good player, of a great player. And you even look at a guy like Foden, while he might have not had the best couple months with the Euros and the beginning of the season with Man City, you look at his performances last year, he stepped up in the biggest moments last season. Whether it be against Real Madrid in the Champions League or West Ham in the last day of the season, Phil Foden stepped up. And the lack of this mindset that the likes of Bellingham, Palmer, and Foden have is why I have all of them over Saka at the moment. But also another thing that people are not realizing about Palmer is that his game doesn't only consist of goal scoring, because his playmaking is also unbelievable. Take the game against Brighton for example. He scored 4 goals in that game, and that wasn't even the most impressive thing he did in the game, because this pass to Jackson was unbelievable. Honestly speaking, only a handful of players in the world could pull off a pass like this. And that's another thing with Palmer. When he shines, he doesn't shine just by himself. He makes others around him better. The likes of Jackson, Noni Madueke, and even Jadon Sancho, who was exiled from United. And this reminds me of a certain someone, Lionel Messi. Don't get me wrong, I am in no way, shape, or form saying that Palmer is as good of a player as Messi is. What I am saying is that he has the ability to make others around him better, while also shining and expressing himself on the pitch, which is something that Lionel Messi did perfectly. Pep Guardiola is the GOAT manager, but I hate to say it, Cole Palmer is the one that got away from him. And I have no doubt that as the years go on, Cole Palmer will get even better and better. And I strongly believe that he'll win a Ballon d'Or before his career ends. But yeah, let me know down in the comments your opinions of Cole Palmer and how many goals and assists do you think he'll get this season. With that being said, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe because best believe we are here to take over.